Hi guys, my name is Robertson Miller. You may know me from The Unit in 2004, Ray Donovan 2010, 2014 General Hospital, or you may not know me at all. I don't have a lot of credits. I wrote a Star Wars story. This is my pitch. If I had a 10-second pitch, I would say, hey Disney, this is going to make $5 or $6 billion, this idea. If I had a 30-second pitch, I don't have a 30-second pitch, but I'm going to try and rip through this as quick as possible because I don't want to waste anyone's time. But I think it's something pretty good. The intro. The best thing about this idea is that we're already in pre-production. We shot the teaser trailer in 1979. There's a scene where Obi-Wan Kenobi tells Yoda, that boy is our only hope. And Yoda says, no, there is another. We can put that in the theaters today because it wasn't Princess Leia, it was someone else, and we'll get to that in a minute. This idea began as a caper, the caper to steal the Millennium Falcon. In The Force Awakens, Rey says she's telling Han Solo that it was stolen from Duquesne, it was stolen by the Irving boys. And it started as a caper and it became something much different. But we get to the stealing of the Millennium Falcon eventually. It's kind of more about the Irving boys. It's set after Return of the Jedi, and one of the best things about this is it will put Baby Yoda and Mando on the big screen. The opening scroll and the title of the film will be Episode D, I guess, The Missing Connection. So there's a Skywalker situation involved, but not with Luke. The Missing Connection, there's a couple things about connectivity. There's a couple things about the previous trilogy that are I guess you would say, divisive, and it needs to be explained. Snoke, no one can connect the dots with Snoke. No one can connect the dots with the Knights of Ren, and I think all fans want to know what's going on there, and I've explained that all. Also, what the idea of the missing connection is that there's no connectivity. Since the fall of the Empire, the Imperial connections, what I guess would be the galaxy internet, is gone. And the New Republic they were a rebellion, so they're secretive. So the connectivity is all over the place. And the galaxy is rife with theft because Imperial credits are now useless and the Republic credits are unknown. So that's what drives the story from every angle. There's a couple heroes. Our main hero is Vanver Irving. As a teen, he's one of the greatest thieves ever, along with his brother, Toussaint. But now, as an adult, he's about the same age as Darth Vader would be, or actually exactly the same age as Darth Vader. He's a nerf herder, but on a mass scale, and he's found a way, in his own way, to use the Force to kill nerfs humanely to distribute meat and shells to the galaxy on a mass scale. There's a coming of age heroine. Her name is Brownie. She's kind of like The Apprentice, but think Cider House Rules when you're thinking of the Nerf farm, because it's kind of like that with Vanver as the guide. She's got bright white hair, which is very important, and she aspires to be Sith. Now that the Jedi are gone and the Sith are gone and there's a New Republic, there are just myths, and her idea as a teen is she thinks it would be cool to be a Sith. So it's openly talked about. The villain is Desnacher Ren. Desnacher Ren, he is a shipping magnate, which would be kind of like the boss of Amazon in the galaxy, or maybe FedEx. And he kind of ships all the meat around for the Irvings. So Desnacher Ren you end up with the Knights of Ren eventually, and close to the end of Act 2, Dastaka Ren says to someone, "Oh, just call me Snoke." That's where he comes from. The Knights of Ren are born. They're explained. They start off as Snoke's personal security, and then as he becomes a gang leader, they become his henchmen. And then as the First Order, the beginnings of the First Order start, they become knights. At least that's the way he phrases it. A new race are called the Spadin. That's of the sword. And Spadoon is a one with sword, and he or they are like those are like the Buddhist Jedi. So you've got the good guys as the Jedi, the Sith as the bad guys, and then there's this whole other group of Force users from this planet who are Spadin. They are a black race. This is where Vanver was raised, although he's not black, he is white, but he comes from this community, this planet. It's a muddy planet with cobblestone, but they have a floral paradise where they come from. Then we get to the fortress of Duquesne, which is where the Millennium Falcon has been hidden and stolen, but nobody knows to this point that there is a Millennium Falcon. The audience doesn't know. Nobody knows what actually is everybody's running around trying to figure out to get this connectivity, to hear the message from the New Republic about what this great reward is, to steal this thing and these two other things. And the grand reveal at the end, although it's not the very end scene, is to see them all at an overlook, and we reveal the Millennium Falcon and R2-D2 and C-3PO. They need to be returned. But before that, the final battle happens, and then the final scene happens, and together there won't be a dry eye in the theater. So this is what I've got so far. I've got 40 full pages. I've got the ending written. I know how it all works. I'm going to keep writing it. I hope you see it. I hope you like it. And maybe I'll talk to someone someday soon, or never. That's fine too. I'm writing it either way.